It's time to spill the secret, okay?
Hey friends, if you're new here, my name is Katharine Quinn. I'm a 30-something living in New York City and working on Broadway. Last year I worked on The Great Gatsby, The Roommate, and Maybe Happy Ending on Broadway. I continue to run social media for The Great Gatsby and Maybe Happy Ending on Broadway. More shows happening all the time. It's crazy. Had to change the intro. No more Shucked and How to Dance in Ohio. By 2023. At any rate, thank you so much for being here. You're here for an exciting moment. If you are here, it means that I can finally tell you the secret project I've been working on. So for 2 years, I have dreamt of creating bespoke Broadway media. It has long felt to me that there is kind of a gap in the Broadway media marketplace. You know, a decade ago, we had Side by Side by Susan Sund, Side by Side by Susan Blackwell. We briefly had some Broadway World series, but we don't have a ton of original Broadway content on the internet that doesn't belong to an individual brand, but just belongs to the entity that is Broadway. And it's something I've long been craving. I love the hosts, the classic hosts of Broadway shows that we currently have. And also I want to invite some newer voices and newer creators to bring the magic of Broadway to the digital age. So I am so excited to announce that And That Showbiz is producing its own series. Not just one, 5 of them. Over 3 months, we will be debuting 35 episodes of Broadway content. This will be between January and March, and there is more coming in the April-May sort of revving up to award season that's coming, and I truly could not be more excited about this. I'm going to tell you a little bit about each show really quickly. The first show is called Slime Tutorial. Yeah, this is hosted by my buddy Widlin. Widlin is an incredible creator. @NotWidlin is his handle. And in this show, Widlin interviews Broadway stars and reveals to them 1 to 3 clips from their past that they probably forgot they ever did. So this could be a performance from their childhood. This could be a music video from a former career. This could be a TikTok live that they forgot that they did during shutdown. And we get their reactions in real time. They have a nice conversation about the biz. There's some conversation about pro shots and live streaming and how each star feels about that in the marketplace. And Widlin is an incredible host, and I'm so excited for Slime Tutorial. The next show is The Next Big Thing. The Next Big Thing is the showcase of Broadway's next big thing. In particular, we are highlighting understudies and standbys who are just one click away from that big break. They sing 3 clips. Some of these are dream roles, miscast roles, and then a role that they've played that they absolutely loved. We have filmed this in the gorgeous Silver Lining Lounge in New York City. It's so beautiful. We get some interview moments with them. Did Broadway meet their expectations? What advice they might have for young performers, etc. Some of these folks literally made me cry in their interviews. I'm so excited to share the next big thing with you. Next up, we have Game Changers. This is one that I'm hosting. So this is where we are talking to innovators in the Broadway space. So I'm talking to Pulitzer and Tony Award winner Michael R. Jackson. I am talking to producer Greg Noble. I am talking to Broadway live streaming expert Jess Ryan. I am talking to brilliant people in the biz. And I'm talking to new folks who are arriving in the Broadway scene, like Costin Mayer, who you probably know from TikTok, but they're also making a break in the theater scene. Next up, we have Jesse Lynn on Broadway. Jesse Lynn Hart is an incredible creator in her own right. We took to the TKTS steps and we interviewed tourists about Broadway to see what they knew, or more aptly, what they did not know about Broadway. Now, I created this conceit because I did want to highlight that Broadway has a bit of a brand problem. It was so much worse than I expected it to be. So join us for funny, enlightening, smart conversations on Jesse Lynn on Broadway. The last of the 5 series of season 1 for And That's Showbiz is I'll Drink to That, which is hosted by Melanie Sutrathada, another incredible creator. It is a glitzy, gorgeous rooftop drinks with Broadway stars interview series. We have Krista Rodriguez, Alex Newell, Ryan McCartan, the list goes on. It is a treat. It is really fun. Melanie is an exceptionally warm host. I think something that I'm really excited about is like the flavors of each of these shows is super distinctive. The hosts all have their own vibe, and I'm just really, really excited to share all of these incredible shows with you. If in the future there is a dream person that you would like to see interviewed or on one of these shows, please leave them down in the comments. This is our first season, so, this was a huge learning journey. We will continue to improve and evolve as we move towards a season 2. I am so excited that this happened. This has been a passion project. Up until this point, a completely self-funded venture. This is something I have produced and directed on my own, and I am just so grateful and excited to share it with you all. So, what does that mean for Katharine Quinn's channel? Not too much. I mean, we'll have the same content here, mostly posting Mondays and Fridays, and conveniently, the ATS shows air every day except Mondays and Fridays, except for some of the Jesse Lynn on Broadways, but those are short form interviews. So in terms of length, Game Changers is long form like podcast. It's also available wherever you get your podcasts. Jesse Lynn on Broadway is short form, 60, 90-second clips. The next big thing is 10 to 15 minutes. Slide tutorial is about 15, 20, and I'll drink to that is about a half hour. So we've also sort of got the gamut in terms of like short form, long form, and a little bit in between. Anyway, have I mentioned that I'm excited? I really, really am so excited. So at any rate, thank you so much for bearing with me while I have kept this news under wraps. I'm so excited that it is finally out into the world. I have been waiting and dying to tell you all about this. I've sort of been dropping hints and like a little BTS of filming, but not the bulk of behind the scenes, and I'm just so glad that it's like out into the world. So here's to more Curious 2 contemporary Broadway media. Let me know what you think of the shows. Please subscribe to And That's Showbiz. It is a separate channel from Katharine Quinn, so that is where all of this new content will be dropping. And I really, really appreciate your support with this new endeavor. All right, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go.